Why did they sell the sewer plant? This is what we're going to explore in this short movie today. Uh, was it mismanagement? Was it outside influences? Was it stupidity? Was it individual objectives? Or was it all of the above? This is what we'll look at today. In 2019, we began the year with only $2.8 million in cash. And let's look at the notes and the cash available to run the township. The first note, focusing on government activities in 2018, we were close to broke. Only 2.8 million in cash to start 2019. That doesn't leave much room for surprises. And that $7,074,208, well, that's a CD that in 2018 belonged exclusively to the sewer plant and was not designated for use and that was designated for use for repairs and pay down the debt. This was not available for use in the government until the plant was sold in Q4 of 2019. Take a look at notes 1 and 4. In 2018, the township again would begin 2019 with only $2.8 million in cash and current liabilities of over $1 million. This left a balance of only $1.7 million really to begin 2019. And if we look at number 3, you'll see that these were receivables in 2018 that were primarily sewer receivables. You see them again in 2018 under the business type activities, but they moved to the government in 2019 after the sale of the sewer plant. Approximately $4 million in receivables. Our receivables collection wasn't very good at all during the time that we owned the sewer plant. And you have to ask the question again, mismanaged finances. So the next slide, we'll see the fund summary. And in 2018, like we looked at, the township was just about broke. That is right, broke. Heading there incredibly quickly, if not for the profitability in previous years of the sewer plant and the Reading Country Club. Believe it or not, they were profitable and they were transferring several $100,000 a year from the profits. The fund summary below is taken from the 2019 budget adopted by the board in December of 2018. As indicated, large deficits in the general fund for 2018 of $1,187,128 in the general fund, combined with losses in the golf course operations and the RCC food and beverage fund of respectively $83,415 and $611,247, with a combined loss of the RCC of over $694,000. These losses alone combined are $1,881,790, exceed the cash available after current liabilities for the year. See the previous note 1 and 4, where available cash of $1,745,303. Utility fund and the debt fund show deficits which are problematic in themselves, as specific taxes, part of the mills, are collected to cover these expenses, and they show an additional combined loss of over $139,000. As shown above in the 2018 estimated deficits, significantly decreased the cash available for 2019. More importantly is the forecasted 2019 budgeted results for the sewer fund, the golf fund, and RCC food and beverage funds combined. As you'll see in the next slide, that shows the actual results were not close. And again, here, if you follow the line, the sewer fund, budgeted to make $969,000, lost over $1.2 million. The RCC and the golf operation combined projected to make $203,000, lost over $1.5 million. What's not in these numbers? It should be noted that the Viva settlement is not factored into this budget. That settlement at the end of 2019 cost the taxpayer $1.8 million. Also not included in this budget is the purchase of the promenade for $2.5 million. Now, if we look at the operating revenues and expenditures for 2019 related to the sewer and the clubhouse, again, it's demonstrated. It's an unaudited statement from the audited report. And you could see losing money terribly. This is where things really got out of control. It swung from a budgeted income of $1.2 million, and the net unexpected swing was almost a $4 million loss. They knew in 2017 that the mismanaged finances, the reluctance to raise taxes and control expenses, the township supervisors began plans to sell the sewer plant. This is taken from the 2017 audit report. The most important action undertaken in 2017 was the authorization to accept proposals from qualified vendors for the potential sale of the wastewater system. The township accepted proposals and reviewed them during the year. To assist with the potential sale of the wastewater system, the township applied for and received an Early Intervention Program Phase 3 grant from the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development in the amount of $80,000. This funding assisted the township in determining the potential use of proceeds of a sale and the impact on the general fund that the use of the proceeds would have. You can see in 2017, they knew they were spending more than they had available. Potential sale of the wastewater system. Who were the people that decided this? Well, in January of 2017, Lisa Vanderlane was the chairman. Gary Lloyd, Jeff Bukowski, John Cusadis, and William Chip White. At the end of the same year, 2017, it was Vanderlane, Lloyd, Bukowski, Cusadis, and White, the same people. But we fast forward to January 2019, Lisa Vanderlane was still there as a chairman. Cusadis was there, Speece, new names Vinnie Bianconi and Robin Dutcher. But in August and at the end of December of 2019, the cast changed dramatically. John Cusadis became the chairman. David Speece, Vinnie Bianconi, Jeff Anderton, and Darren O'Donnell. These are the five that finally pulled the trigger to sell the plant. These are the five who made the decision. They closed the deal. And you see, they never wavered in their commitment to sell this valuable asset. Not for a moment. Many residents came into the meetings and tried to convince them to reconsider. All fell on deaf ears. The mismanagement of our government finances continues today, as evidenced by the consistent deficits exceeding $2 million a year, the continued budgeting of deficit spending for golf, the unfair and inconceivable arrangement with RHM. It is only a matter of time before we find the community on the brink of bankruptcy again. This time, there is no sewer plant to sell.